Okay, so I'm recording this. If you've got questions or anything while I'm talking, just interrupt me. Or there's like the chat button here that you can click on and like type in.
Okay.
But I just wanted to go over like kind of the new stuff that I've created for you guys, and then just like kind of the first meeting as a coach. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So this is in our team page that I added you guys all to. This is like our group. Everybody on our downline is in, and we just, if I can chat there, I'll share like videos in here that I think are helpful. And you guys are more than welcome to share videos, trainings, like your struggles, your successes, share anything in here. This is for everybody. And then if you click on this top photo, this is where I've kept all of the training so that it doesn't get lost in the feed. So if you go here, if you click see more, this is kind of your guidelines and like steps to follow as a new coach. So this first one is a new coach welcome document that I made. And it just talks about, like the steps moving forward, what to expect. I remind you to breathe there because that's always important. And just kind of the 3 steps. And in this new coach email, I think I sent this to you, to Katie, and to you, but I've actually made this into like a handbook now, which I'm super excited about. So take a second, read through that, and then that's this new coach handbook. Anyways, oh. Okay, so that is this document. Basically just took kind of everything that I sent you in that email, just so that it makes things easier for everybody moving forward. If you have a new coach or anybody on the team has a new coach, you can easily kind of refer them to this call. I'll post this call on my YouTube so that everybody can access it, and then can refer them to all these steps, and then that way everybody's kind of got the same info and feels prepared. So this document just goes over welcome to the team. There is all the legal stuff that needs to be taken care of, unfortunately, just so you can get paid, that W-8-BEN form, and then I have a sample of that somewhere that I'll post. And then we go over the vital behaviors as a coach. These are just like basically the 4 things that you do every day they're set out by Beachbody basically and proven to move your business forward. So those are kind of the 4 things that we focus on. And as a new coach, if you get overwhelmed or feel like there's a lot going on and you're not sure what to do, I always refer back to these 4 things in a day. If I'm feeling like I'm not sure what to do, I just always go back to those. So those are, like I said, the vital behaviors, and those are super important. Kind of goes over your job as a coach, and then it breaks it down into new coach, month 1 and 2, and months 3 to 6, just like some guidelines, goals to push for, things that you can kind of be doing to grow every month. Just kind of like, if you don't hit them, you're not like fired or anything. It's like general guidelines. Then I've got what kind of coach are you, because I want to meet you guys where you're at, right? If you guys are just wanting this for the discount, I don't want to be trying to set up calls with you and sending you information if that's not what you want, right? And everybody wants something different out of this. So just identifying what kind of coach that you are, and then letting me know, or letting whoever your coach is know, just so we can kind of meet you where you're at. If you want to walk, we'll walk. If you want to run, we'll run. We just kind of need to know where you're at. And then how to begin. So like I said here, the best ways to take action, following those steps that are here in the cover photo are very good steps. But as I mentioned in this bottom paragraph here, the best way to get started is to share with the world that you have started this journey, and that to just share on social media, because that's how you get people get to know what you're doing. People get to know you as a coach, as a human being, what you're interested in. They get to build that relationship with you, and that's honestly the best part about coaching is the people that I've met and all the relationships that I've built just because of coaching. And not all of them are fitness related. Some of them are just people that I've met on Instagram that love cats and interior design, which is super cool. So yeah, I'm not going to go through this like in depth, but take some time, go through it, read it, let me know if you've got questions. And then I just made this. I seen it somewhere else and I thought it was really cute. Print this last page out, or keep it somewhere where you can see it all the time. And it's just something to refer to when you feel like you are overwhelmed, or you're not sure if this is for you, or if you're losing belief in yourself. This is just a good reminder of why you started and some things to remember. So that is that. And then this self-paced new coach training. I'm not sure if you've started that already. If not, that's not a big deal. But that is just like their like at your own pace lessons that just kind of go over the basics, some things you need to know, how to set people up with orders, which I know you've already done because you signed up your mom, which is epic. And then step number 4 is scheduling a new coach call with whoever your sponsor coach is. So for you, that would be me. Just scheduling a coach, basically, or a call, basically like this, because it's basically a one-on-one coach plus my sister, or call plus my sister. But we can do this again once you've done the training and see if you've got questions. Obviously, ask if you have questions before then, but just like going over your goals, where you're at. If you feel like you're needing help with something, or you're not sure, that'll be a good time to do that once you've kind of got into it, because I'm sure now as a new coach, I know when I was at this stage, I had like 40 million questions. So it was like, where do you start? But following these steps is a good start. And then if you've got questions after that, we can most definitely just hop on a call and kind of answer them that way. And then down here, I have a bunch of other resources that are really helpful to you. This Beachbody Champions page is unreal. And like top leaders in the company will hop on there and just like share their wisdom. It's really good to, like, if you're just wanting to learn and to grow, and kind of, even still, I consider myself like a sponge, like just like soaking up as much as you can. I'm always watching calls or listening to calls, so this group is really great for that. So you can just click on the link to join that. Some YouTube calls, which I think are really great. This Success Clubbers group is like a group of people, and we, again, just like share our goals. There's good trainings in there. There's often like Success Club leaderboards, and so you are on the leaderboard. I couldn't tag you in the post the other day because you weren't in the group, but out of all the coaches in the Limitless downline, your name was on there, and I was so pumped to see it. So I will share that with you. And then this National Wake Up Call. It's a call done every week by Beachbody Corporate. They recognize people who have rank advanced in the week, and then there's a coach that speaks on there that like shares a lesson or tips or anything like that. This past Monday, there was a call on like Transform 20 and how you can share that info and run a group around it and kind of build your business around that. So those calls are awesome. They do it live on this Team Beachbody 411 page on Facebook, but I often listen to it like the next day in the podcast app, just because then I can like put it on when I'm driving or doing dishes or whatever. So that is a really good resource, and I really encourage you to start getting into the habit of listening to that weekly, just because it is so valuable. And they have like announcements on there too, like there's new products coming out or dates to remember, etc., etc. So yeah, that is kind of that in a nutshell. I thought that would be easy to keep it all in one place and that we are not having to scroll through that page searching for resources, basically. Okay, so do you have any questions at the moment, either of you? I guess that you're needing help with, or?
I haven't been able to like I've asked a couple friends to sign up, but most of them have said no. So I don't know, struggling with that, I guess. Like how to approach people on the whole, like wanting to sign up for it.
Yep. My biggest advice is to crush your own journey and share it, because this isn't like, I hate to say selling, because I don't think that we sell anything really. It's just about sharing your journey and sharing your lifestyle and what you're doing. And so the biggest thing is people need to build that trust with you, right? And although you've been rocking it, doing your programs and crushing 2B, if people haven't been seeing that publicly, maybe it's hard for them to commit because they're not sure if it works. I don't know why people are so skeptical about these programs working. So don't give up, crush your own journey, and then just keep doing you, because I actually had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and they have been my friend on Facebook for like 4 years, and they had messaged me about, I think I had messaged them inviting them to one of my like very first groups, and I'm not kidding, she just came back around, and it'll be 3 years in January, and she just came back around and was like, okay, I'm ready. So them not wanting to join is not anything to do with you. You are a fantastic coach. You're crushing your journey. It's to do with them, right? They're not ready inside themselves to start. So when somebody says no, don't take that as a personal thing. I think we do, and it's easy to put like an emotional connection on that, but it's not you. It's just they're not ready, right?
Yeah. I don't have a lot of questions other than that. I don't know. I still have to go through a lot of the training.
Yeah, totally. And it'll all kind of make more sense once you do. So don't feel like, that'll kind of clear some things up and just make things a little bit easier. But my best and biggest tip of advice is to just start, sharing things that aren't just health and fitness related, right? Because you're a human being outside of working out and eating healthy, right? So whatever you're interested in. I shared today about this makeup product that I use and love, or like, what else do I share about? I'll share about like design things, just like things I find on Pinterest that I love, or recipes. Be a source of value. I listened to that once when I was a new coach, and that's really a word that stuck with me, was being valuable. Because if you think of your favorite people on Instagram, why do you keep going back to their page? And for me, there's this one page, I don't know if you guys follow them. Their page is Chris Loves Julia, and they're like a renovation couple. They're really fun, and I always think about, why do I keep going back to their page? Why am I so excited to watch their stories and listen to their stuff? And it's because they're valuable, right? They're always posting like DIY hacks, or sales on furniture, or recipes, or clothing. She has the best wardrobe ever, so she's always posting that stuff. And that's why I keep going back to her pages, because it's so valuable. And so you want to think of yourself as providing value to the people on your feed. So even though sometimes it feels weird, like I'm like, why would anybody want to know this? People do. And I think of something so basic as putting spinach in my smoothie. We have put spinach in our smoothies since the beginning of time. I don't know. That's just something we've always done. And I was like, I'm not going to post this. And I posted it not that long ago. And some people were like, wow, that's such a good idea. And I'm like, have you lived under a rock? But not to be rude, but like for some people, what we do every day is like an innovation. They don't live like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I always think of just being valuable to people, and whether it's sharing recipes or fitness tips or like that makeup product I shared this morning, just being valuable to your followers and providing value to your feed.
Mm-hmm.
And starting to share on social media was definitely like a weird thing for me. I
Yeah.
remember one time taking a picture of my yogurt at work because it was like a really good yogurt and I made it really well. I don't know. And I posted it and I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. But that's just how it feels at the beginning, right? And now it's like second nature to me. So
Yeah.
it just gets people, to build that trust with you and to see you as a source of value. And then too, you had kind of said like, what do you always post about, or what, like how do you know what to post? And I always go back to a list that I've made of 5 things. So 5 things that make me me, or 5 things that I'm interested in. So personally, that's cats, fitness, food, interior design, and just like lifestyle things. So those are my 5. And so that's what I will post about, because that's what I like and that's what makes me tick. And I connect with people about that. So try and like do a self audit almost and figure out what those 5 things are for you, and just start sharing your story and who you were before Beachbody, right? Because those are my people, right? I'm going to talk to the people who were in college. They'd gained the freshman 15. They were struggling to find something to work out. They went to the gym, but they had no idea what they were doing. I was a waitress. I was working 2 jobs, like those busy people. Those are my people because that's who I was before Beachbody. And this saved me from that life. So those are going to be my people, and sharing my story and how I got through it and what I've done, and what Beachbody has allowed me to do is going to hopefully inspire and help and show other people that they can do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I have. Okay, so Transform 20 is going to start in January, and we're going to do a group around that. So I know I'm doing this personally right now, is inviting people to join me instead of me being their coach and them participating as well. I'm like, hey, I'm going to start a new 20-minute program in January. It's 20 minutes, 6 days a week, cardio based, just like share some info on it. Do you want to do it together? Because I've never done it before. They've clearly never done it before. And just inviting people to do it with you, to start the year strong, build up momentum, and put yourself first and crush those New Year's resolutions. That's kind of, I like sharing it that way, just because then it's not like, they're not intimidated by me being their coach. Not that I feel like I'm intimidating, but some people get intimidated, I guess. I don't know. But just inviting them to join you in that group. And there's that info group. I'm not sure if you're part of that, but it's a Transform 20 info group. And so basically, since there's a new program coming out, myself and a couple other coaches have just we run like an info group. And so we shared in there like transformations, a video, information on the program, so that when you're talking to all these people, you don't have to keep having the same conversation 50 times. You can just, hey, do you want to be a part of the info group if they're curious? They'll probably say yes because it's free information. And then you just pop them in there, and then they can cruise through there, see if the program's right for them, kind of learn about it. And then when the bundles go live next week, you can just follow up with them and be like, hey, do you have any questions? Did you get a chance to look at the group? Just things like that. Those groups are amazing, and they're super easy. And so you guys signed up at like a perfect time, because a new program is the best way to start.
Yeah. So can we add like people that we sign up to these groups?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And this info group one, you don't have to sign anybody up. You could just, if you've got a friend that's interested, she maybe wants to, she's curious, she doesn't know if it would be for her, just pop her in the info group. And then she can kind of make that decision. And then, yeah, if you sign people up, like if your mom wants to be a part of the 2B group on Facebook or just our Fit Club group, you're more than welcome to add her to it. It's just kind of like our running fit community. So,
Yep. Okay.
perfect. What did your mom sign up with?
She got the 2B Mindset and Shakeology and the On Demand.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pumped. I think everybody in the entire world should do 2B. I love it so much.
Yeah. I actually really love it too.
Perfect. Do you have any questions? No? Okay. Well, I will finish this up. Like I said, if you guys have questions at all, text me, email me. Actually, don't email me. I won't answer an email. Message me whenever and
Okay.
with whatever. Don't feel like you're ever bugging me because I was once in your shoes and legit had 70,000 questions. So,
Yeah. Okay.
and it'll all get easier. It might feel overwhelming right now, but just do what you can and just like, you don't eat a whole pie by just shoving the pie in your mouth, right? You just little bite at a time, and it'll get easier.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay, well, have a fantastic rest of your night.
Thanks. You too.
And thanks for hopping on.
Mm-hmm.
See you all.
Yeah.